Welcome to Smart Quiz Builder. My name is Veena Prashant. I'm the creator of this plugin. Smart Quiz Builder is the world's best quiz and survey plugin for WordPress. Today, I'm so excited to let you know that the AI add-on for Smart Quiz Builder, we have taken it to a whole new level. You can use it not just for personality quizzes, you can use it also for your scoring quizzes, and you can do this in any language. You can let it know what language you want your entire quiz to be in, and you can let it know if you want a scoring quiz or a personality quiz, from title suggestions to questions, answers, outcomes. It will do it all for you. Everything is completely automated, and it will also map out the answers to the right outcomes. So if it's a personality quiz, it's going to map the answer choices to the right outcome. And if it's a scoring quiz, it's going to mark the correct answers and is going to assign points to the correct answers, and it's going to map out the answers to the right outcome based on the scoring range. It's completely automated, and we have two different options. You can use the API version, you can use no API version. The API version is not free because it uses OpenAI for this, and OpenAI calls are not free, even though it's pretty cheap, but it's not free. And I'll show you exactly how you need to set up an OpenAI account. You need to have a paid account, and it won't work if you have a free account with OpenAI. I'll show you exactly how to do this if you want to use the API version. But there's also a free option where you don't need to pay anything. You don't need a paid OpenAI account. I'll show you exactly how you can use ChatGPT and how you can feed it the prompt we give you and copy back the response, paste it back in Smart Quiz Builder, and SQB will still create the entire quiz for you. So just a little bit of manual work, but not much. So let me take you to the backend now to show you exactly how this works. Let me give you a quick demo of this new AI add-on for Smart Quiz Builder. There are a few things you need in place to use AI features in Smart Quiz Builder. Let's talk about that first, and then I'll give you a quick demo of how you can use these new updates to create your quizzes in SQB. So number one, you're going to need our AI quiz add-on. It's not a free add-on, it's a paid add-on, but it's not very pricey at all. So go ahead and sign up for it. If you don't have access to it, be sure to sign up if you want to use AI features. Otherwise, it's fine. But if you want to use all these awesome AI updates we have made, you're going to need this add-on, and it won't work without it. All right. So first, grab a license of our AI powered quiz builder add-on. Once you have done that, download it. You're going to find it in the same place where you find SQB, right? So when you download SQB, be sure to download version 33 or above, right? To be able to use these AI features, you need to be on SQB version 33 or above to use it. So do that. Download the latest version of SQB, upload it to your site, or you can do an auto update from your site. So do that first for SQB. And then if you go down here under the downloads tab, you'll find our AI powered quiz add-on, right? So download this one. Also, you'll be able to directly update it from WordPress plugins page. You don't have to come here every time to download and upgrade. So what you need to do is download the AI powered quiz add-on, upload it to your site, activate it. When you activate it, you're going to find it here. Right here, you can see AI powered quiz add-on, and go there and enter your license key for it and click on save. Just one time you got to click on save so it can activate the license for you, and that's it. All right. So you can click here to get started, or you can directly go to SQB Manage Quizzes page to get started. All right. So this is the SQB Manage Quizzes page. When you click on Add a new quiz, because you have activated the AI quiz add-on, you'll be able to use this option now. Click on it and start API version or no API version. So let's talk about this first, because this is another thing you're going to need to be able to use this. So the no API version, no problem. You don't need to create a paid account with OpenAI, right? It's free. But if you want to use the API version, which is completely automated, you don't have to copy paste anything. So in that case, you're going to need a paid account with OpenAI. And the paid account, the type of account you need, let me explain to you what this looks like here. If you go to openai.com and you sign up here, right, then it's going to bring you to a page that looks something like this. Click on API, and here you'll find your name here, right, your account here. In here, you will find this View API Keys. So click on View API Keys. It's going to bring you here where you can create a new key, right? Click on Add a new secret key, give it any name you want, and it's going to give you the secret key. Create the secret key, grab it, and I'll show you exactly where to enter in SQB. But to be able to use this feature, you are going to need a paid account, like I mentioned. So go to Billing. Here, make sure to set up your paid account. If it says free trial, it's not going to work. Because if you're trying to use your free account, it's probably going to say, sorry, you can't use it. So be sure that you set up a paid account. If it says set up paid account, it means you don't have a paid account yet. You only have a free account. All right. So be sure to set up your paid account, and you can set usage limits so that it doesn't exceed that limit every month. So if you want to just use like $5 max on API calls a month, so you can set something like that. You can set your monthly spending limit here so that when that limit is reached, SQB is no longer going to be able to make the API calls, right? It's going to say, sorry, your limit has reached. Then you can use just the no API version for the rest of the month. So you can switch between API and no API calls. And then in SQB, go to the settings page and enter your API key that you got, right? This is something you just got to do once. So here, this is the settings page. Click on external integrations and be sure to enter the key that you got from OpenAI. All right, that's all, and save it. If you have done this, then you are all set. So let's go back here, and I have already entered my API key. I'm going to show you both options. Let's start with the API option, then we'll do this one. All right, so here you can see enter the quiz details. What is the quiz topic? So let's say the quiz topic is WordPress knowledge, just the topic. All right, and what is the main goal of this quiz? Say that I want to create a scoring quiz, and the main goal is I want to create a quiz to test the WordPress knowledge of my audience. That's it, as simple as this. All right, let it know what the goal is, let it know what's the topic, select scoring, and select the language. This is what I was saying. You can now create your quiz in any language. It's going to create the questions and answers, outcomes, title, everything in that language. You can just select the language from the drop down, and that's it. You can get it to show the prompt. If you want to update the prompt, you can. But I'm just going to say generate quiz title. You can select any one of these titles. I like this one. How much do you really know about WordPress? It sort of challenges the user to take the test, right? So let's go ahead and pick this one. And you can, if you have your own title, you can just skip that. You can just enter the title in the previous screen and it will skip the API call. It won't make the call. If you wanted to generate more options, you can do that too. Next, generate quiz results. So here, let's say I want 3 different outcomes for this quiz. Again, you can get it to show the prompt. If you want to update something, you can generate WordPress Pro, Intermediate, Beginner, right? This sounds good to me. I'm going to go ahead and say next. You can add more outcomes if you want. Here, you need to select outcomes. I forgot, right? So I've selected 3 outcomes here. Next. You have selected this title. How much do you really know about WordPress? How many questions do you want? So let's say I want 3 single choice question, 1 multiple choice question, and I don't want any open-ended question. That's it, all right? So let's keep it simple, 3, 1, generate. All right, you can see all the questions are here. Question 1, single choice. And what's the difference between WordPress org, WordPress comp, question 3. Question 4 is a multiple choice. That's what I asked, right? I said 3 single choice, 1 multiple choice, and it did it for me. And so I'm going to go ahead and pick up all of these 4 questions. Next. And you can get it to generate additional questions if you want. And here you can download the PDF to see what you got. You can see it has 4 of your questions and the possible outcomes. Everything is here in the PDF. You can save it, create the quiz. All right, so you can select any one of these templates. Let's go ahead and select template 5. Quiz is ready. It's as easy as this. Go ahead and copy this. And let's go ahead and check it out in the front end. And everything should already be mapped out. And so basically the quiz should be completely ready in the sense correct answers should already be assigned, points should be assigned to correct answers, outcome range should already be there. I'll show you in the backend and show you if all of that is set up correctly. Let's go ahead and publish it on a WordPress page and see what happens. Now, if it's a WordPress site, use the short code. If it's not a WordPress site, use the embed code. All right, you can see the quiz is ready. This is the start screen. And this is the title. Description, currently it uses the same one as the title because there was no place to enter the description. In a future update, we'll allow you to enter the description. We wanted to keep it simple to help you get started quickly with the quiz. So the more questions we ask is going to slow you down. So that was the main goal. But we are going to add this at the end, right? After the quiz is ready, you can optionally enter a description so that it will use that description and you don't have to manually update it in the backend. Continue. And yes, you can update anything you want. Once the quiz is ready, it will be in SQB's Manage Quizzes page. Go ahead and update whatever you want. And just like a regular quiz, right? You can add more questions, you can add more outcomes, you can remove whatever you want, you can keep whatever you want. That's up to you. And what is WordPress, all right? So this is a scoring quiz. So let's pick an incorrect answer on purpose here. Yeah, this is correct. So let's pick the correct answer. Which one of the following is not the type of content that can be created with WordPress, right? So what is a plugin in WordPress? So whatever questions you find confusing, right? Because we are using AI to create these questions. Whatever questions does not feel relevant to your audience, doesn't feel right, or feels a little bit confusing, don't use it, right? You have the option to pick and choose whichever ones you want and throw away whichever ones you don't want and get it to generate more questions until you're satisfied with it. All right, what is a plugin in WordPress? So let's just pick a wrong answer here. And all of this you can change. If you don't want an opt-in, you can remove the opt-in in the backend. Just regular, SQB stuff, you can still do it in the backend. You can see here, you got a score of 2 out of 4. Everything completely automated, right? So I didn't have to do a thing. I didn't have to update the correct answer, incorrect answer points, nothing. Everything is fully automated. And this is the final outcome. This is so awesome, right? Let me show you in the backend now. All right, so this is a quiz SQB created automatically, and anything you want to change in display settings, you can do that. If you want to connect it to your email platform, all that stuff, regular stuff in SQB, lead generation, you can connect it to your, to your email platform. And if you want to turn off something, turn on something, you can always do that. And this is what the quiz looks like. You can update the description if you want, and all of the customization options are very simple now. Everything centralized up here. Question screen, you can see everything is fully mapped out, right? So it has set the correct answer and all is set for you, see? Correct answers are marked and points have been assigned, 1 point to the correct answers. And lead generation is all here and outcome. You can see it has automatically created all of these outcomes for you. WordPress beginner, 0 to 1. WordPress intermediate, score of 2. And WordPress Pro, score of 3 to 4. That's it. So now let's take a look at the new API version and how you can use it to create your quizzes. All right, so let's do the new API version now. Pick an option. We're going to pick this new API call version. Use this. So here, you don't have to enter your API key. Nothing is required. All you have to do is make sure to log in to ChatGPT, because you're going to have to copy paste the prompt that SQB gives you, enter that there, and then whatever response it gives you back, you will have to put that here. All right, let me show you how to do this. So what is the quiz title? So let's say the quiz title is, I already know what my quiz title is going to be. I'll enter this. This is not the quiz topic. This is the entire title, whatever title, right? How well do you know WordPress? That's my title. If you don't know exactly, what title to use, you need some ideas, click on this one. And it's going to say, okay, what is the topic, right? So here you can say WordPress knowledge, for example. It's going to say show prompt. So then you can copy this and go back to ChatGPT, enter this, and it's going to give you ideas. Pick one out of whatever it gives you, and you can enter that back here. What's the main goal? So same thing as the previous one. The only difference this time is I don't want to use the API version. I'm just using no API version to do the same thing, same quiz. So here scoring again, you can select the language, go to outcome screen, generate quiz results. So actually one more thing I want to do here, I want to do this in a different language just to show you how this works. So let's say I pick German here. Go to outcome screen. How many outcomes you want? Same, 3. Show prompt. So it's showing you the entire prompt. Copy the code, go to ChatGPT. So this is ChatGPT. I'm going to enter what SQB gave me right here. And this is the important thing. It has to respond to you in this format. This is a JSON format. You can see there will be a copy code towards the right. Sometimes it's possible when you copy paste what we give you, right? It won't give you back exactly like this. It's going to give you back like regular text. You don't want that, right? So if it does that, get it to regenerate the response. That's very important. Otherwise, SQB won't accept it. You got to get it to give you the response in this format. And sometimes for some reason, it does not do that. Keep an eye on it. So if you don't get back in this format, don't copy it. Get it to do it, right? Let's try it one more time. Let me show you if it does the same thing again. Yeah, now it's doing it right. This is how it's supposed to do it. It's supposed to give you back JSON and it's supposed to give you back a copy code. But sometimes if it just spits out like regular text, don't use it, get it to regenerate it and wait for it to complete it. Sometimes it will, if you have too many questions, it's going to create it and then there will be a continue generating option here. It wouldn't have completed it, maybe because there are too many options. So be sure to click on continue generating and make sure it fully completes it before you copy the code. Those are the main things with the manual option. You got to make sure that you wait for it to fully complete it, all right? So go ahead and copy the code. Go back here. Now you got to go next, and you got to enter the response you got back from ChatGPT. Next. All right, so these are the outcomes. You can see this is all in German language because that was the language we picked. So select whichever ones you want. Now I don't understand German, so I have no idea what any of this means. And I'm just going to select all three. Now you have selected this title and how many questions do you want in the quiz? Now this title, I entered it manually and I used English language for it. That's why it's still in English, right? But in the first screen, you have the option to enter it in any language. Because I manually entered it, I just used English for it. All right, how many questions do you want? Let's say I just want 3, 1, 1. Show the prompt, copy the code. And actually, this is a scoring quiz, right? So I'm going to go back and I'm just going to say I don't want any open-ended question. I just want 3 single choice, 1 multiple choice. Give me the prompt for this. You can see this is the code. One thing to note is that do not touch anything which is in red. All right. You can update whatever is in white text. Do not update anything which is in red. Otherwise, it won't work, right? Copy the code. Go back to ChatGPT right here, right? Enter whatever you got. All right. So this is how it's supposed to give you back, right? It should be JSON and should be a copy code. And SQB needs it in this format. If you are not getting it back in this format, then regenerate it until it gives you in this exact format. All right. Sometimes you may have to open like a new chat to get it in that format. That's the important thing. Just keep that in mind. All right. That's it. So you got the code and here it says it's done, right? If it's done, it's going to show you all the outcomes here. If it's not done, it's going to say continue generating. You got to click on it so it can continue. All right. So copy the code from here, go back to SQB. And go to the next screen. Next screen is this one. Enter it here and next. That's it. All right. You can see question 1, question 2, question 3, question 4. There are 3 single choice questions, 1 multiple choice question, exactly how we wanted it, right? And you can add more questions if you want or go next. That's it. You're done. You can download the PDF. It's going to give you everything in the PDF. You can see everything is here. And you can create the quiz and select whatever template you want. Let's say this time we pick this template, template 7. Got it. Copy this, enter this on any WordPress page. That's it. Same quiz. This time I used no API version, right? And I just used a different SQB template and it looks amazing. How well do you know WordPress? Take this quiz. What is WordPress? So you can select whatever answers. Now, whichever answers or whichever questions you don't want in the backend, you don't have to select it. I have no idea what any of this means because this is in German language, but all right, I'm just going to opt in. Done. So this is how it works. This is a multiple choice question. And in a multiple choice question, question 4, they have to get all the answers right. Otherwise, it will be marked as incorrect. So there are 2 possible answer choices. I got 1 correct, which is why I got 4 out of 5. All right. So 1, 1, 1. And this question has 2 points, which is why total points is 5. I got 4 out of 5. Completely automated. I didn't have to do a thing. You can always go back to the backend, update whatever you want. All right. So this is how it works. So that's it. This is how it works. You can see how easy it is to create all kinds of quizzes. And let's go ahead and select personality, for example. Let's say the quiz topic is online marketing. I want to create a personality quiz on this topic for lead generation, right? Quiz type is personality. You can now create lead magnet quizzes in no time, right? Because you can create all kinds of quizzes and use it for list building. You can see all of these questions here. You can pick whichever ones you want. And let's say what's your digital marketing style and how many outcomes you want. Let's say we want 3 outcomes. You can update the prompt if you want. All right. You can select whichever ones you want. And how many, so let's say I just want 5 single choice questions. That's it. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got everything. Let's say we pick 3 out of the 5 and next. That's it. You can create the quiz. You can download the PDF, whatever you want. And that's how it works. So let's go ahead and select this template. Quiz is ready. Copy this. And this is a personality quiz. The other 2 we created were scoring quizzes. This is a personality quiz, but SQB would have still mapped out the answer choices to the right outcome. All right, so this is a quiz, right? What's your digital marketing style? And you can select whichever ones you want. This is how it works. Obviously, you can update all this. You can update the images, and there will be a lot more cool features we'll be adding. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that we have now limited the number of questions you can generate at a time to 7. And this is only if you use the OpenAI version, right? The API version. If you use the free version where you are copying and pasting it from ChatGPT, the prompt we give you, all that stuff is no problem. You can use any number of questions. But if you're using the OpenAI version, then we are limiting it to 7 at a time because of OpenAI response length restrictions. And if the call is taking a long time to complete, then the call can time out. And this can be because your server is slow, or sometimes OpenAI servers can be overloaded and they can be really slow to respond. And if the call takes a while to respond, it's going to time out. And so that's not a good experience, right? So we have limited it to 7 questions at a time. As we continue to learn more and things improve, obviously this is subject to change. But based on our current experience with what we are learning about the OpenAI APIs and the time it takes to respond, especially to a quiz type of question where it has to come back to you with smart responses, map out the answers to the outcome. Everything is done through the API, right? So sometimes that can take a long time. So because of that, we have now limited the number of questions to 7 at a time. However, you can always go to the next screen and say, I already got this 7. I want 5 out of this 7. Give me more. So you can always do add more, and you can add 7 at a time, right? You can add 7 more, then pick and choose which ones you want. So you can continue to add more, but only 7 at a time. And this is only if you use the API version. So the OpenAI stuff, right? You can check out the pricing. If you go to openai.com/pricing, you will find everything there, right? This is the pricing page. And the one that you need to look for is if you go down here, SQB uses this one. You can see it says GPT 3.5 Turbo. This is the one SQB currently uses, GPT 3.5 Turbo. This is the cheapest option, which means you can create like 30 to 40 quizzes for like $1. It's not going to be much expensive at all, but you can always keep an eye on this and be sure to check their pricing because we don't control this. This is all controlled by them. And so be sure to check their pricing and keep an eye on the billing and set a limit, right? Because this way you won't exceed that limit. If it exceeds that limit, OpenAI won't allow the call. So you can just switch to the no API version. That's it for now. And the main thing is that make sure that if you want to use the API version, you have a paid account exactly how I showed you. If you don't have the AI quiz add-on, be sure to get a license of the AI quiz add-on, and then it will activate the AI features. Be sure to activate the AI add-on. I hope you're as excited about this one as I am because I can see the potential and how much it can do, how much time, money, effort it can save for you. And we're going to keep making it better. And so thank you for watching. My name is Veena Prashant. Hope to see you back here soon. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not done so already because I'm going to continue creating videos like this to help you with your online business. Also, be sure to subscribe to my newsletter. It's at membershipsitechallenge.com/newsletter. This way you're going to get my updates, my weekly updates about Smart Quiz Builder, quizzes, marketing, membership, online business, tips, strategies, everything. I'll be back soon with more. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.